Canada's entrepreneur master classes.
Take the Email Marketing Masterclass series of 3 webinars from Cyber Impact and become an email marketing expert. Complete the series and get your certificate. Sign up now and let's go.
Convert more leads with Cyber Impact targeted emails. Get 25% off for 6 months. Sign up now.
Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Masterclass. My name is Ryan Prudhomme, Channel Partner Manager over at Cyber Impact, and today we're going to go over the foundations and strategies to perform in the world of email marketing. So for those of you who don't know Cyber Impact, we're a Canadian email marketing platform, and we've been in business for close to 13 years. We work with a number of NPOs, government and public sector organizations, small to medium-sized businesses across Canada. Our platform is fully bilingual. It's cost-effective, being 30 to 40% less expensive than MailChimp and Constant Contact, to name a few, and we have a very strong focus on Canadian laws and privacy. We have over 10,000 clients, and those clients send out over 70 million emails per month. So what to expect in today's masterclass? We're going to talk about the state of email marketing and social media, the foundations of email marketing, strategies to perform, and a conclusion. So starting off with the state of email marketing, it's not dead. Email marketing is not dead. It's evolving, becoming smarter, more personalized, and more impactful than ever. That's a quote from Jeffrey Blanc, General Manager at Cyber Impact. So giving you a quick overview of email worldwide, there's over 4.5 billion email users worldwide, projection of 4.8 billion by 2027. The average ROI of $36 to $45 for every $1 that is spent. The daily email volume is 347 billion, which is just astonishing. 38% of brands are increasing their email budget. Personalized and segmented emails are 30% more likely to be opened, and the average open rate for email marketing generally is 32.55%. And you can actually go and download the state of email marketing if you want more information on all of this. And talking about averages, here are the averages that your email marketing campaigns should get close to. Of course, this is highly dependent on the sector of activity. 42% average open rate, 3% average click rate, 0.26% unsubscription rate, and 0.34% hard bounce rate. Another quote from our lovely general manager, email marketing is your ultimate failsafe. When algorithms change and platforms fade, your email list remains your most reliable and direct connection to your audience. So drawing a few comparisons between email marketing and social media. For email marketing, you have direct audience access straight to the inbox, no algorithm interference. You get better ROI. So for every $1 you spend, you're earning about $36 to $45. Data ownership. Unlike social media, the data is yours. You get personalized and trackable information, so tailored messages with measurable results, and it's cost-effective, affordable campaigns with lasting impact. So for the social media side, it allows you to expand your online presence. You build a strong and consistent presence, boost brand awareness, so you increase visibility and audience recognition, enhanced visibility, but this comes at a cost, as I'm sure most of you are aware. Engage with community, so you can connect in real time with your audience, and you can also generate traffic, drive users to your website easily. So if you're still second guessing email marketing, let me remind you of the following events. So in 2025, there was a very short stint where TikTok was banned in the US. In 2019, Google Plus completely closed down, losing access to all of your subscribers that you had on that platform. In 2022, Elon Musk acquired Twitter, vastly changing the landscape of that platform. Threads, which is a social media platform that some might not know of, but in 5 days in July of 2023, they amassed 100 million users, and then by the end of July 2023, they had lost 82% of those active users. And finally, Blue Sky enters social media at the end of 2024. So moving on to foundation and strategy. So here's a quick peek at email marketing and all the different things you need to do to make successful campaigns. Now, where should you put your focus? Firstly, segmentation. So that means actually sending out communications that are relevant to the people in the groups or segments that you want to communicate with. Personalization, that means including things like first name, last name, shopping preferences directly in the communications. Spam and deliverability tools, making sure you are compliant with the policies enacted by Google and Yahoo. Marketing automation, making great use of that is key to any strong and performant marketing strategy. And finally, being compliant with all of the laws of where your contacts are. So foundation, spam, and deliverability tools, you have to make sure that you're compliant with all of the policies that Yahoo and Gmail are enforcing. So having a valid DKIM policy, DMARC policy, and possibly even an SPF policy. This will ensure that your emails are going into the inboxes rather than being denied by the emailers or put into the dreaded spam folder. Compliance, very important to be compliant with all of the local laws that apply to the contacts based on where they are located and not necessarily where you are located. So there are a variety of different laws here that can apply. So CAN-SPAM, CASL, Law 25, and soon Bill C-27 for the entirety of Canada. And as for the strategy, you need to properly segment the contacts, so you're sending them relevant information. Personalization always increases open rates and click-through rates. And then finally, marketing automation to nurture your contacts by pushing them through different journeys based on the interactivity they have with what you're sending out. So for foundation, spam, and deliverability, the KPIs that this will affect is the deliverability rate, the bounce rate, the spam complaint rate, and the open rate. So deliverability refers to the ability of your emails to reach the recipient's inbox without being flagged as spam. High deliverability rates are crucial for ensuring that your messages are seen by your audience. So as I mentioned, authentication protocols, you need to implement an SPF, DKIM, and DMARC policy to authenticate your emails, and this is required by Google and Yahoo. As for list and contacts management, regularly clean your email list to remove inactive or invalid addresses. And finally, engagement, focus on sending emails that engage users to maintain a good sender reputation.
Convert more leads with Cyber Impact targeted emails. Get 25% off for 6 months. Sign up now.
There are some tools online that you can use to verify the spam level of your email. So you should avoid certain trigger words like free, winner, maybe putting even dollar amounts in the subject of your campaign. And as I said, testing your campaign with something like mailtester.com is a great way to verify if your email will be flagged as spam. So in 2024, Google and Yahoo introduced new requirements aimed at improving the inbox experience for users and enhancing email security and deliverability. These changes had significant implications for email marketers. So enhanced email authentication, you now have mandatory protocols such as SPF, DKIM, and DMARC, and they have a direct impact on deliverability, spam, and bounce rate. So when sending out campaigns to a mail server, it will verify if you are compliant with those policies. And if you aren't, it's going to go directly into the spam folder or be completely blocked by the emailer. Continuing on these new requirements, stricter data management and consent practices, you need to have a clear opt-in, relevant content, and an unsubscribe mechanisms by link, one click, and the request process time is less than 2 days. They're also enforcing reporting, so spam reporting, feedback loops, and reporting tools. Google Postmaster is to enforce a 0.1% spam report rate. So that means 1 complaint per 1,000 emails, and you must absolutely avoid going over 0.3% at all cost. So this is an actual screenshot of a mailing that was sent out via Cyber Impact. You can directly see how many people unsubscribed, if there were technical problems, incorrect addresses, and most importantly, if there were any spam complaints via form or a feedback loop. And if you do have any of those, very important to verify why. Moving on to strategy, personalization, and segmentation. The KPIs that this will affect is the open rate, the click-through rate, the conversion rate for e-commerce, and the unsubscription rate. So for segmentation, this involves dividing your email list into distinct groups based on specific criteria, such as demographics, so customize emails based on age, gender, location, and other demographic factors. Behavior, you can use past purchase behavior and website interactions to tailor content. And engagement levels, separate active subscribers from inactive ones to tailor re-engagement campaigns. So here's an example of a subscription form for 2 different brands. So one simply is asking the email address, so very difficult to actually personalize the email if that's the only information you have. So on Nike's side, they're actually asking for the email address, the date of birth, most likely to send you a coupon code on your birthday, and finally the shopping preference so that they can actually send you content that is of interest to you. Next, we spoke about cleaning up your list. So here you have 2 examples of a less active client. So you can see they have an average open rate of 15%, and they clicked on only 15% of the mailings. And then we have an active client that is opening 68% of all communications and mailings clicked 4%. So you definitely want to split these 2 up to make sure that you're re-engaging the ones that are less active and active clients are getting different types of communications. Next, personalization. So this involves tailoring email content to individual recipients based on their preferences, behaviors, and interactions with your brand. So you can use dynamic fields to insert the recipient's name, product recommendations, or personalized offers. You can also send emails triggered by specific actions such as cart abandonment or browsing history, and personalized subject lines. Why? Because these are 26% more likely to be opened when you're addressing somebody with relevant information to them. So here we have an example. Sam loves dogs, Sarah loves cats. You wouldn't want to send just a general email with all of the information to both of these people. You'd want to send one that is tailored mostly towards dogs to Sam, and then the opposite, cats, for Sarah. So you can send out a campaign, but you have to make sure that you're targeting the content blocks to the relevant people. So Sam should obviously be seeing information about dogs, and Sarah should be seeing information about cats, and then you can have the rest of the email with relevant information for both segments. So strategy, marketing automation, this will improve the following KPIs: open rate, lead nurturing and revenue growth, and finally, click-through rate. Companies using marketing automation to nurture leads see a 53% higher conversion rate compared to those using traditional methods. So the benefits of automated marketing: obviously you're saving time and effort, and personalized communications. You're sending targeted messages that respond to the specific interest of each recipient. So the best types of marketing automations: drip campaigns. You're automatically sending out a series of pre-written emails to prospects over time based on their actions or inactivity. So on the right here, you can see an actual example of the marketing automation scenarios in Cyber Impact. Triggered emails, so send emails based on specific actions such as abandoned cart reminders, welcome series, or post-purchase follow-ups. Personalized content, deliver personalized emails tailored to the recipient's behavior, preferences, or demographic data. Finally, lead nurturing, automatically guide leads through the sales funnel by delivering relevant content and offers based on their behavior and stage in the buyer's journey. So here you have a KPI matrix to enhance your strategy, so you can see which KPIs are being affected by what we talked about in today's video. So segmentation and personalization, marketing automation, deliverability, and compliance, so all the different laws. So by taking these steps, you'll strengthen your foundation and thrive in 2025. Let's make it a year of email success. Here's a quick list of what you should focus on. So first, audit your list, clean up inactive or unengaged contacts to boost deliverability, ensure compliance, align with all the local laws that apply, use data for personalization, craft emails that feel tailored and relevant, segment your audience, group contacts for targeted and effective messaging, implement marketing automation, automate and implement workflows, and finally, focus on deliverability, optimize technical setups to land in inboxes. And that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our fantastic team over at Cyber Impact.
Convert more leads with Cyber Impact targeted emails. Get 25% off for 6 months. Sign up now.